My dad wrote this song, It Goes Like This, and he sent it to me, and I played it on my phone speakers, you know, just sitting there by my ear, and from the first listen, I was kind of hooked. I loved the simply brilliant lyrics of It Goes Like This, talking about writing a song for a girl, and the chorus being the oohs and the hey, and the guitar lick being the It Goes Like This. And I just thought it was really a cool song, and I knew that girls would love it. I knew that guys would love it. It just came out so great that we couldn't really deny it as being the next single. And, you know, I knew this song was going to change, you know, my career and my life, and, you know, it's kind of taken me from this point up to this point. This song has been a wild ride. It's my first top 10 song ever, and my first gold record ever, and so there's just a lot of firsts that came along with this song. Yeah, I definitely have to feel something when I hear a song I want to cut. You know, whether it's a sad emotion or just like, a lot of the time when I hear songs, I imagine myself singing them live. And if I can't really imagine myself singing that song live, it's kind of not going to work for me, even if it is a hit. There's been songs that, you know, that have gotten pitched to me that I knew for a fact were hit songs, and I didn't cut them. And then I would hear another guy cut that song, and they'd be a two-week number one for that person. I have to be able to see myself singing it live, and I got to hear myself singing it in the studio and doing it for the next 20 years of my life in order for me to put it on a record. Dad was an artist in the 90s, and now he's one of the biggest songwriters in Nashville, and so I've gotten to learn a lot from him as far as, I guess he got to make a lot of mistakes before I got to make them, and he was the one, always giving me advice and kind of telling me which roads to avoid and which roads to go down, and he's just been a very, very solid advice giver. Not really telling me what to do, but just advising me in the right direction, and I think that's the best thing that a dad can do. A lot of the credit is due to him for kind of getting me my start and getting me to know people in town and teaching me kind of how to write songs and sing and play guitar. So it's not weird at all writing with Dad. I guess it used to be a little bit, but now that I've had success kind of without him, it's cool to get in the room with him and write. I think that What You Got in That Cup is a very, very rockin' song, and that opening lick with the scratch, I think immediately kind of lets you know what you're in for on the record. It's very distorted, kind of dobro electric guitar lick, and then you have like a record scratch, and I think that off the bat, you're like, okay, this is definitely different, and I'm not scared anymore. It's not like we let off with Beer with Jesus, and that's your first concept of the record. It's this rockin' song, and so that way your brain is open to more things, and then once you listen down to the entire record, you're kind of ready for every song that comes your way. When I got my very first hold as a songwriter, which turned into my very first cut, and I wrote this song called I Ain't Ready to Quit, and it went on Jason Aldean's My Kind of Party record. It was at that point where I knew I did not want to be in school any longer. Getting that song cut kind of really gave me reassurance that I really could write a song, and I could get songs cut, and I thought I could write hit songs for a living. So that was kind of my turning point, getting into the music business. From there, it was a roller coaster ride as far as, signing a record deal and putting a song out on the radio. Probably being young, like early, like 3 years old or so, being in the living room, every time Dad would come home off the road, he would always just kind of sit in this red chair that has been passed down to like me and Lauren, my wife now. He would just sit there and he'd play a bunch of like old Hank Williams Sr. songs and Waylon Jennings. So I guess like old country is my first musical memory, and hearing Dad, strum and play and sing on guitar when I was little.